Hello and welcome back to Aphrodisia. For those of you who have been on this or following this channel for quite some time, welcome back. And for those of you who are new to this channel, welcome to Aphrodisia. So I hope you're all doing well today. And today we have a few piles for you to pick from. We are going to be looking at what your person's feelings are for you. I know last week we did what their intentions are, so I was thinking this week, let's take a look at what their feelings are for you and to see, let's look in depth and look at what is going on with them at this point in time. So close your eyes and connect with your higher self or ask your spirit guides for some guidance. When you're ready, open your eyes and pick a pile, A, B, or C. If you need to, pause the video. But before we get started, please help support the channel by liking and subscribing and pressing the bell icon to be alerted on new videos. So if you picked pile A, this is your reading. I think your person definitely sees you as the divine feminine. This person definitely wants to have something more with you. I feel like a reconciliation is definitely in the cards, literally, and in your future. And I feel like this person's just going to start slow because they're a little bit uncertain. You are very much in your power and they see you with so much like respect. They hold you to such a high regard, and I feel like that's because you have gained a lot of stability, you have gained a lot of power, and you are in this very strong, I feel like Amazonian women, like kind of like you are very strong and very empowered and you don't need anybody in your life. You're just dealing with everything by yourself and you're just living your own life and living your life on your own terms. And I feel like they're like a little bit doubtful as to whether they meet those standards, whether they are living up to the standards that that they perceive you to be at. So they're like, oh, she's a queen, but maybe I'm not that yet. Maybe I'm just like a court jester or something. And I feel like they are thinking of like moving forward and having this new beginning with you because they are feeling this like spark of energy and they're feeling ready for this new beginning. But I think they are a little bit uncertain as to whether they should, so they're going to take things slow. They're going to start off as friends, maybe go out for a coffee date or like a meetup, and it's going to happen around fall or spring. I don't know. I would not place too much emphasis on when it's going to happen. I feel like when it happens, it's when the changing of season is happening, like things are shifting, and it could be not just like a literal change in season. It could be like your own personal change, like as a shift takes place, things start to click into place for you in terms of your love life as well. So I feel like for this pile, there is going to be a new beginning because there is a lot of love there for you. They see you in such high regard. They're in the process of balancing out their feminine energies as well, or healing a lot of things that, a lot of relationships that they have with other women in their life. And this is beneficial for them because once they are done healing all these relationships, they are better able to kind of be in a place to give to this connection as well, because they're no longer having all these resentments against everyone else, and all these perhaps karmic ties are being resolved at this point in time as well. So definitely a very positive pile. I have nothing else to add. I feel like people are ready, both of you are ready. Things are set in motion, things are happening. There is a lot of stability here, so I feel like you are very stable, and if you're not at this point in time, you will be. And I think it's also very important not to discount the fact that, you may not be exceptionally stable or you're not content at this point in time, but it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, when you're looking at it, you are somewhat stable, Like, it's not about today I'm not feeling great, but tomorrow I'm okay. And so that's all that matters, really. So don't berate yourself and be like, oh, I'm not in that energy yet, and I'm not this, what this person thinks I am. Maybe I'm going to disappoint them. No. Always believe that you are powerful and you've got this, and don't doubt yourself, because you are in your power, and your person sees that. You need to start seeing that as well. And so I pulled some cards from them to you using my love message deck, and the first card we have here is they are balancing their energies and their chakras, and they're really doing a lot of balancing at this point in time. They're really making sure that their feminine energies are balanced with their masculine energies, and that's really important. And they want you to know that hardships and struggles are finally over. And what's interesting to note is that I'm seeing 3 autumn cards here, so I'm feeling like this person might be coming in during this time, which is November, autumn season, because hardships are over. I created these two cards with autumn in mind. Yeah, so let me know if that really happens during this time or next autumn. So other messages that they have for you is that I will love you with too many commas and never any asterisks. And I love this card, and I think I've explained this card before in one of my videos, where to me, this means that I would always love you unconditionally with as many commas, like I love your hair, I love your eyes, I love the way you smile, I love your personality, I love how smart you are. It's always with commas, right? And asterisk is that little star at the corner, like I love your smile, and then you have the asterisk thing, and then you look below and it's like this small fine print that says, but you know, sometimes the smile's a bit crooked or something. It's not that. It's unconditional love. It's like, it's never with any asterisks. It's never with any like conditions or terms and conditions, like, oh, I only love your smile under these circumstances, or I only love you under these circumstances. But instead it's like I love you, and I love you, and this about you or that about you. And it's this very beautiful kind of unconditional love that I get with this card and with this overall energy. They want you to know that they are still healing a lot of codependency issues. And as I said, it could be like karmic issues with parents, with mothers. Let them heal what they need to heal. Let them do what they have to do. And finally, they want to have a family with you. So that's incredibly beautiful. And I'm really excited for the two of you. Definitely something that you can look forward to. But do let me know if this happens in the autumn time. But to end this reading off, this is a message card, or rather it's like a message from Spirit to say you are limitless. Recognize the truth, or recognize this truth, and you can do anything that you choose to do. So always remember that you are, you know, your energy and what your potential is boundless. You can do whatever you set your heart and your mind to, and you need to believe in yourself. So with that being said, that's all the messages that I have for you today. Let me know in the comments how this resonates with your situation, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great weekend ahead. Bye! So if you picked pile B, this is your reading. And what I'm feeling with this is that your person is very much in their head at this point in time. They are overthinking a lot. They are having a lot of self-limiting beliefs. A lot of swords cards here. It tells me that definitely they are in very much in their head more than in their heart. They need to drop into their heart space soon, and they can't live in their heads forever. So what I'm thinking is they need to kind of take a break and really focus on dropping into their heart space, reconnecting with their higher selves. I feel like they're a little worried about what's happening with your connection and what's happening with you. I feel like they want to come back, but they're worried that you have moved on already, or that you're not available for them. I think they are thinking about, you know, how things are not going to work out well. So they're very quick to kind of think about, oh, this is going to fail, or that's going to fail. And instead of looking at it from like a, maybe it's going to work out kind of energy. and that's an energy of lack, which I feel like they are kind of in at this point in time, and it's not really great for them because it's not attracting positive energy or positive blessings and or positive beginnings and opportunities into our lives, and instead they are attracting the same kind of energy of lack, of like things that kind of encourage or perpetuate this feeling of overthinking or all these limiting beliefs. So like, for example, if I think oh, I'm never going to get this job because I'm not good enough, and I really wouldn't ever get this job because you're always going into an interview or into like job applications and being like, oh yeah, I'm not going to get it, so I'm not going to put in effort. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Or if you want to talk about energy, you are just emitting the energy of failure out and the energy of like, yeah, I don't really take this, you know, I don't think that I can do this. And the universe is like, oh, okay, you don't think you can do this? Then, you know, we shall not give it to you then, even though you really, really want it. So I think they need to kind of switch up their mindsets a little bit more. There's a lot of worry and a lot of anxiety over this connection, and I don't know, but it feels like in the past there may have been a lot of struggles and a lot of conflict between the two of you, and it could be that you've finally gone like, okay, enough is enough, I'm going to leave now, goodbye. And this has caused a lot of panic in their inner world, and they are overthinking. They're resorting to overthinking a lot more than really just dropping to their heart space and figuring out what's the best course to embark on. And I feel like that's just going against what I think Spirit wants, and they're going to be doing a lot of healing to get themselves back in line. I feel like both of you are on a break right now, like both of you have separated and they are looking at this like, okay, so what am I going to do about this now? They do want this new future with you, but they know that I think they have to do a lot of inner child healing. They need to kind of do a lot of renewal, like they need to become a better person in order to come back towards you and to bring in a better energy. And I feel like they need to do a lot of self-care, so it doesn't feel like it's like a lot of feelings towards you at this point in time. Like, at least like a lot of this energy is about them instead of about, or a lot of this energy is about them instead of about you at this point. And I think that's only natural because they are in a different headspace. If you are in a headspace where you're ready to receive love, ready to bring love, you know, naturally the energy will be around this whole like wanting to bring in love and stuff like that. But right now the energy is about healing. It's about overcoming fears, and so naturally the feelings that they have towards you would tend towards all these current themes in their lives. But it's okay. We are going to take a look at what they want to say to you, and they want you to know that in a few weeks there is going to be a time for celebration. So I feel like they are going to get themselves together, and the Swords cards are really fast and really, you know, action, like I wouldn't say they're action oriented, but they are more like fast paced cards. So I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of like get over this overthinking really quickly, because it takes like an intention to change your mindset, to change it, you know. And it's really fast to be like, to switch from I'm never going to make it to I'm going to try. And it becomes I will make it, or I can make it, to I will make it. And I think all these thoughts about you at this point in time is easily shifted. So they want you to know that they are sorry for the silence, that they are releasing toxic behaviors and mindsets, which makes sense, and that they are sorry again. So they're sorry for everything, essentially. They were sorry for hurting you, and they were sorry for worrying about things and overthinking everything. But they want you to know in a few weeks things are going to change. And I think that's very apt because we have the spring card and then we have the winter card as well. So with this guidance card that I have for you, it's back to what you love. Your current situation is giving you an opportunity to reevaluate what you want. And what I'm getting from this is that you're being asked to go back to you and go back to finding yourself and finding your authentic self and power within yourself instead of finding it in someone else. Always go back to your roots. Always go back to yourself. And that is where you will find the answers that you need. You'll find the security and stability and the love that you need. So with that being said, that's all the messages that I have for you today. Let me know in the comments how this resonated with your situation. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great weekend ahead. Bye! So if you picked pile C, this is your reading. What I'm getting with this is that they are still hurting from the heartbreak that has occurred as a result of your separation. And I'm assuming that both of you have had some rift or have had some sort of separation that has pulled the both of you apart. And I think they are hurting from all the pain, and I think they're still healing, but I think what's happening is that they are not fully healing. It's like they're just putting a stopper on the wounds, but they're not really processing the wounds. They're not allowing these wounds to mend. They are just keeping the swords stuck inside their hearts or inside the ice. And you know, if you don't take it out and you don't address each wound, it's going to just stay like that. But the moment like you take it out, yes, there will be a lot of blood, but it's an opportunity for you to mend this heart again. And so they need to have the courage to kind of mend their hearts and to kind of not be afraid to deal with the emotions that come with this Three of Swords. I feel like they know that they have to be patient with you and with this connection and with themselves, and they know that you are being made to wait as they kind of get themselves together as well. And so they're kind of feeling a little bit sorry, they're feeling a little bit regretful, and they're feeling a bit anxious because they know that, you know, everyone is kind of waiting on them to get it together. And I think what's important is that you, on the other hand, you need to stop putting pressure on them. You need to stop putting pressure on them in terms of, you know, prodding them in the 3D or in the 5D as well, like going like, hey, why haven't you done this, or why haven't you done that, or why haven't you healed yet, or why haven't you done this list of other things that you expect them to do. And instead just let them do what they have to do, and you can focus on your other endeavors and other goals, and they can properly focus on healing instead of trying to rush through it and not properly healing. And the universe is like, oh no, you're not healed yet, we're not gonna bring you back into union just yet. And so I think because of this heartbreak that has occurred between the two of you, they are not really open to the blessings that want to come their way. They are very stubborn in being very closed off to new opportunities or new ways of thinking. And as a result, you are both stuck in one place is what I'm feeling. Like the world is just moving on without them. Like the world is just going forward and they're just keeping themselves stuck because they are too stubborn to be open to what else is new that wants to come in. I feel like they are a little bit aggressive or a little bit defensive at this point in time, and that's because they feel very targeted. They feel like the people around them are like expecting X, Y, and Z from them, and they're not able to give all these things to these people, and including to you as well. And I think they are feeling very defensive and very easily angered. They if you talk to them, they can become very cold and very mean sometimes, and that is because they are they are not in the best headspace. So again, that's why bringing you back to my earlier advice, it's to really focus on you and to just let them be and not even bother about them, because you know you don't want to fight with them at this point in time, and you shouldn't be the punching bag for their aggressive or frustrated emotions. You shouldn't be the punching bag, emotional punching bag, or literal physical punching bag. You need to step away from this and allow them to get their shit sorted on their own. And this might take a while, so you may want to give them a lot of space and give them a lot of time as well. And you know, you're not bound to this person. Yes, you may have the soulmate connection, but it doesn't mean that you have to stand here and just wait for them and let life pass you by as well. You have the choice to do so, but you also have the choice to kind of move forward and to find other opportunities, like find things that excite and things that you're passionate about, and pursue those things instead of sitting there and waiting for someone else to kind of get their shit together. So with that being said, I pulled some message cards from you, for you, and the first card is they're learning to appreciate family, and they're learning to appreciate the people around them. They're learning to give and receive, and really to balance out their energies, and to what I'm feeling is like they're learning to give as well. They have been taking from people around them too much, or they have been giving to too many people around them and not being receptive to love, and they need to do that, and they are keeping their promises to you. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about never going to be, and don't worry about, you know, not being able to be with this person again, because they will keep their promises to you. So they're learning to trust their intuition, and they can't wait to spend time with you again. So they really want to be with you. They want to, you know, keep their promises to you, but first they need to learn a lot of these other lessons first before they can do so. So I wanted to end this reading with a message card for you, and the words and like the card is I love you. These are very important words, and what I'm getting with this is not just the fact that your person loves you in, yes, albeit, you know, it's in a very weird way because they are not showing it, and you need to be like, okay, this is what it is right now, and who else requires my love at this point in time, or who else can I share love with, like siblings, friends, family, daughters, you know, sisters, brothers, like sons, nephews, cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents, you know, so many people that you can share love with, and I think it's important to always remember these people and to always kind of remind them, or rather it's important to speak these words, I love you, to all these people, to show that you appreciate them, that you love them. And it's not like, oh, you know, my life is just surrounding, or it circles around this one person's love. And instead you need to realize that your relationships with other people also make up who you are, and it's not just this one person. And I think for your counterpart, if they're ghosting you, if they're doing things that are hurtful and doing things that, you know, really don't sit right with you, it's okay to be like, yeah, I love you, but I'm not going to deal with this anymore because I love myself more. And I think the last message which I'm getting from Spirit at this point in time is that you need to remember to always say I love you to yourself. So with that being said, that's all the messages that I have for you today. Let me know in the comments how this resonated with you and your situation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great weekend ahead. Bye!